Okay, here we go. We're going to do week 3. We're going to use softball if you've got one. If not, don't worry, you can do it all without a softball. You just got to remember your basic 5 key elements and working into difficulty but not into pain, okay? So Pilates should be hard without being painful. If any of it's painful, you're just working a little bit too hard, okay? So shall we start on the floor? Because that's where we start every week, Pinky. Okay, so you're going to start on your back. You're going to gently come down. You can have a cushion in or a folded up towel like myself in at the back of your head. You're going to start with your ball. You're going to place it underneath your right foot. Okay? From here, you're going to take a nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Okay? Nice and relaxed. Your 5 key elements. Lengthen through the back of the neck, shoulders that away from the ears, ribs nice and relaxed at the pelvis, okay? Nice and strong at the middle. You can have your hands on if you need to. And all you're going to do is start with your hip twist. So you're going to rotate that right knee out as far as you can, keeping that pelvis nice and level, and then you're going to bring it back, okay? Nice and controlled as you go out, staying nice and strong, nice and lifted through that pelvic floor, and back. You're going to go out, and back. Good, smooth, steady. Nice and relaxed as you go out and back. You want to be mindful to keep your other knee still as you keep that control and middle balance. Good. Nice and steady. That'll be the dog burying into her bed. Nice and controlled. As we go for another 5 and back, 4 and back, 3 and back, 2, nice and strong, and back, and 1 and back. Okay, so now she's got a chew toy, hold on. Okay, as you were. Okay, so all you're going to do is place that ball underneath your other foot, okay? Nice and relaxed, so lengthen through the back of the neck, shoulders down away from the ears, ribs nice and relaxed down, good pelvic neutral, strong in the middle, and you're going to take it out and back, keeping that right knee nice and still as you open that left hip as wide as it'll go, and back, good. Control, and back. Nice and breath as you go. Good. Nice and steady. Doing really well. And back. Open. And back. Nice and strong. Really thinking about mind to muscle here as you go for 5 and back, 4 and back, 3 and back, 2 and back, and 1 and back. So we're going to take it back underneath your right foot, okay? And from here we're going to go into your one leg stretch, okay? So nice strong lengthen through the back of the neck, shoulders down away from the ears, ribs nice and relaxed, good pelvic neutral, strong in the middle as you lengthen that leg out and then draw it back. You're going to go long and then return. And again, you can do all of these without the ball if you so wish. As you take it out, keep that strength as you draw it in. So you want all that power to come from the middle, not just from the hip flexor, okay? Being mindful to try and keep it in a nice straight line as you do. Your other knee is going to stay nice and still in line with the hip. And you're trying to keep it as smooth as you can. Make sure you get the knee straight before you bring it back in. And back. Good. I'm going to go for another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw it back in. Change foot, so it's going to be underneath your left foot now. All the way out. Good. And then draw it back. Again, being mindful to keep the right knee still, the pelvis nice and level, maintaining that little gap between your lower back and the floor. Thinking about those 5 key elements as you control that length out and the return. Good. Nice and steady as you go out and you go back. Good. Keeping that strength all the time, shoulders down away from your ears and back. And we're going to go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, you're going to bring the ball between your ankles. You're going to roll over onto your side, okay? So, bottom arm out, cushion between your head and your arm. You're going to put your feet on top of the ball initially, okay? And we're going to start with your clamshells there, okay? So, chin down towards your chest, shoulder down away from your ears. Long on that top hip so your pelvis is nice and level. From there, you're going to keep your hips facing the front edge of your mat. And all you're going to do is lift that top knee and then lower it down. Okay, nice and controlled as you lift and lower. So feeling that in around your backside, feeling that in around your tummy, trying to keep your shoulders down nice and strong. You can have your hand on the floor in front of you for a little bit of support. For some of these exercises, if you don't have a ball, obviously you can do it without the ball, but what you can try is a folded up pillow maybe, just to give you that little bit of height or that little bit of instability. And give that a go, see how you get on. Nice and strong. We're going to do now 3, 2, and 1. You're going to pop the ball between your ankles. You're going to lift that up to hip height. And you're going to go from there. We're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, really think about that buttock, 5, 4, you're doing really well, 3, 2, 1, you're going to lift it and you're just going to pulse it gently at that top of range for 10, 9, keep that ball high, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, straight back down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to take it up and you're going to pulse it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down for 5, 4, 3, lift the ball, strong at the middle, 2, and 1, good, lift it and pulse it for your last round of 10, 9, 8, 7, lift your ball, lift that knee, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down, give it a wee rub. From here, you're going to bring your legs out nice and straight, okay? So you want your feet in line with your knees, in line with your hips. So if your legs are forwards and you can see all of your shins and your thighs, you need to bring them back a little bit, okay? So you want to imagine you're lying on a nice straight line. So you can line yourself up at the edge of the mat if that helps, okay? From here, you're going to put a nice bit of strength in the middle. You're going to lift both legs and then lower. So try not to sink at the waist. You put your hand in the middle there just to feel if you're sinking down and lower. So keeping a little bit of strength in that ball as you lift and lower. Strong in the middle. Up and down. Good. This is called your double leg lift. Up and down. If it feels a wee bit uncomfortable around the hip, you can roll your mat up a few times, give you a little bit of cushioning. Nice and controlled as you go up and down, up, shoulders then away from your ears, nice and strong at the middle. I'm going to go for another 5 and down, 4 and down, 3 and down, 2 and down, and 1 and down. We're going to add in a wee extra challenge here, and I just want you to roll the ball between your ankles. If you don't have a ball, I want you to scissor kick forwards and back. We're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest it down. Good job. Okay, so from here, you're going to roll over back onto your back, okay? You're going to scoop one knee in and then the other, give it a wee cuddle. Circle round one way. Okay, you're going to pop one foot down and then the other. You can keep the ball between your ankles. Lengthen through the back of the neck, shoulders down away from the ears, ribs nice and relaxed, good pelvic neutral. From here, I want you to scoop your heels towards your bottom and then lift your feet up to that double tabletop position, okay? So palm of the hand to the top of the knee means your knee is in line with your hips. From there, this is a bend at the knee. These are your toe dips, okay? So nice and strong as you lower your toes towards the mat and then you bring them back up, keeping a gentle squeeze on the ball as you do. Nice and strong as you go down and up. So you're trying to make sure that nothing is rising and lowering at the tummy as you lower those legs. You're not arching your back away from the floor. You're trying to make sure that you stay nice and relaxed around the neck and the shoulders, so you're not fixing and bracing. You can have your hands on for a little bit of feedback to make sure, or you can have them by your side, wherever you choose. We're going to go for a few of these. We're going to do a few more on your back, then we'll roll over onto the other side and sort out the other leg and the other hip with your clamshells and your leg lifts. Breathing out on the effort as you go down and up, down and up, down and up. Good. Good. Again, you can try this with a pillow between your ankles. See if that gives you a little bit of control, a little bit of feedback. Nice and strong. I'm going to go for another 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here you're going to take it out and back. Just straighten the legs. We're going to do 10 like that, okay? 10 and back, 9 and back, stay strong, 8, almost forgot what I was counting, 7, 6, shoulders down away from the ears, strong in the middle, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Scoop it in, deep breath out. Good job. You're going to take the ball from between your ankles, you're going to pop it between your knees. You're going to lower your feet to the floor. You're going to take any cushion that you've got out from behind your head because you're going to do a little bit of bridging now. So I'm going to wiggle down the mat just a little bit. Okay. So from here, if you remember from last time, you want to have your knees bent up just enough so your fingertips can reach your heels. You're going to put a nice gentle squeeze on that ball or on that cushion, whatever you've got between your knees. You're going to tuck your tailbone under and then you're going to lift up into that bridge, okay? And then you're going to lower down from shoulders to hips, all right? And we're going to go for 3 or 4 like this, and then we're going to add in a different exercise to it, okay? So keeping that pressure on the ball as you squeeze your knees, lift your hips all the way up to your shoulders, and then you lower from your shoulders, keeping that squeeze on the ball down towards your hips, okay? We're going to go for another 4. Good. Keep that nice consistency. 3, 2, good. We do one more. Well done. And down. You're going to take your hands, pop them at the back of your head. And we're just going to alternate between your bridging and your abdominal prep now. Okay, so same 5 key elements apply. So gently rest your head down towards your chest, shoulders down away from your ears, ribs nice and relaxed above your hips, and hips in that nice neutral. So you're going to start with a little bit of abdominal prep up, lower it down, keep your elbows nice and wide. Once you're down, then you come up with the hips. Okay, lower from the shoulders to the hips. Once the hips are set, lift the shoulders and down. Strength all the way up and all the way down. Don't just relax and let go. You want to be thinking very specifically about mind to muscle, keeping that control as you go. Up with the hips, down from shoulders to hips, keeping a squeeze on at the knees. Lift at the head and shoulders without pulling from the hands. The hands are there just for support. And here we go. And back. Good. We're going to do 8 more of these. Okay. We'll start from this one. Okay. 8. And down. Head and shoulders up. Making sure you're not flattening your back onto the floor as you lift your shoulders. And down, good. 7. 6. 5. 4. After this one, that'll be 4. Up for 3. Good. 2. Last one. You're going to take it up and down and up and down. Okay, you're going to rest your hands back by your side. You're going to lift up into that bridge. We do a little bit of hip dip. So you're going to drop your right hip towards the floor and then bring it level, and then you're going to drop your left hip towards the floor and bring it level. So imagine that you've got water sitting across the front of your pelvis, and all you're trying to do is let it run off from one side and then back to the other. Okay, so nice and controlled. You very deliberately down with one hip and then bring it back level. Make sure it's up high and level before you dip the other hip, okay? Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Keeping that firm squeeze on the ball with your knees. Up. We're going to go for another. 6. 6. 5. 5. 4. 4. 3. 3. 2. 2. 1. 1. Gently lower it back down. Scoop your knees in, give it a wee cuddle. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Good. You're going to rest one foot down and then the other. You're going to place your ball by your side for a moment. You're going to lengthen your legs out, lengthen your arms out. Everybody say hi to Tina. And then you're going to bring your knees back in. Bring your arms back in. Okay, so we're going to do a couple more lying on your back and then we'll roll you over, okay? You're going to take your ball. You're going to pop your cushion back in underneath your head, okay? From here, You're going to lift your hips a little bit. You're going to place your ball underneath your hips, okay? So just at that lower back point, okay? From here, you're going to keep it nice and strong and steady. You're going to lift your right leg up to tabletop, and then you're going to lift your second leg up, and you're just going to balance there just for a minute. And then you're going to place it down and place it down. Good. Nice and controlled as you come up and up and down and down. Good. Nice and strong. You can take hands to your tummy, make it a little bit harder with your elbows off the floor if you so wish. Remember your 5 key elements even in this position. Chin down towards your chest, shoulders down away from your ears, ribs nice and stacked right above your hips. As you come up and down and down. Good. Nice and controlled. Up, up, down, down. We're going to go for another 5. Down, down. You're trying to keep your knees and your hips a steady hip distance apart. Making sure you're reaching that tabletop position. Up and up and down and down. Good. Up and up. 3 to go. Down and down. 2 and down and down. And 1 and 1. Good. Down and down. Okay, so from here we're going to try a little bit of scissors, alright? So we're going to go up to tabletop and we're going to take it down into scissors there, where you keep that angle at the knee the same and you try and just move from the hip, alright? I think Tina's getting a little bit bored there, bless her. Up and down and up and down. Okay, we're going to go for another. Strong at the middle, keeping that stability, trying to keep the tummy in nice and tight, keeping that angle at the knee just the same. You're doing really well, okay? So nice and relaxed at the head and shoulders. Breathing out on the effort. Nice controlled, okay? We're going to go for 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, keep that steady, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, you're aiming for the same spot on the mat every time, 3, 3, 2, 2, nice and strong, 1 and 1, good, scoop it in, nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Lift the hips up, take the ball out, go long with the legs, long with the arms. Good. Nice and controlled. Okay, so from here, we're going to bend the knees up. You're going to slide that cushion out from behind your head again. You can put your hands at the back of the thighs, and you're going to help yourself up into sitting. Okay, from here, you're going to take your ball, you're going to pop it in the middle of the back. Okay, so that kind of bra strap level-ish. From here, you're going to make sure your knees are bent up, feet together, knees together. You know, walk your toes out, walk your heels out, so you've got that solid base. From here, all I want you to do is to maintain that position. So keep that ball in at your lower back. You're going to reach your arms out nice and long in front of you, and you're going to pulse there with your arms if you can, okay? So nice and steady. You're trying to keep your ribs stacked above your hips, shoulders down away from your ears, chin down towards your chest. And we're going to pulse. You're going to come up onto your toes if you can. We're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands at the back of your head. You're going to extend over the ball. You're going to come back up. You're going to reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands back. You're going to do 2 now. You're going to go over and back, over and back, and reach and pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to do 3. Over and back, over and back, over and back, and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands at the back of the head. Go over and back, over and back. Going for 4. That's 3. And 1 more. And back and reach and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands at the back of the head. Last round, you're going to go for 5 and up, and 4 and up, and 3 and up, and 2 and up, and 1 and up, and pulse for your last round of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands at the back of the thighs. Come up to sitting. Ball out from behind you. Hug your knees forwards. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Nice controlled. Nice and tall on your bottom. Put your right hand on the outside of your left knee. Give it a gentle twist round. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then you're going to put your left hand on the outside of your right knee, bring it all the way around, deep breath in, deep breath out. And 1 more. Good. Back towards the front. Nice gentle reach forwards for your toes as far as you can. And then nice gentle reach up. Nice and tall as far as you can. Good. So you're going to come down onto your other side, alright? And you're going to place the ball at the feet end. Tina's going to go to her bed. When you go, good girl, bed, and well done. Okay, so from here, all you're going to do is take your cushion to the other end of your mat. Apparently she's thirsty now too. Oh, the joys of working at home, hey? Right, so ball underneath your feet. Arm out long underneath you. Hi Tina, nice to see you, doll. Arm out long underneath you, cushion underneath your head. Take it over out the way. Good. From there, you're going to go long on that top hip. Sit, sit. Okay. Hold on 2 seconds. On you go, T. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, so we'll start again, will we? Ball underneath your feet. Cushion between your head and your arm. You're going to go long on that top hip. Tuck your ribs back like you're spooning. Chin down towards your chest. Shoulder down away from your ears. Start with that ball underneath your feet as you lift and lower. So you're going to keep your hips facing the front edge of your mat. Nice and strong and steady as you lift and lower. Good. You're doing really well. Nice and controlled. We're going to do your side leg stuff here. Then we'll do 1 more on your front and then you're done. So nice and controlled as we go for another. 10, 9, 8, 7. Nice and strong. Should be the outside of the buttock and inside the tummy. Lift through that pelvic floor. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. You're going to lift that ball up between your feet. Lift it to hip height without sinking at the waist. So stay long as you lift and lower. Okay. Up and down. Keeping that ball as high as you can. Keeping that strength in the middle. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. You're going to lift it there and you're just going to pulse just gently that top range for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down and up. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Pulse it up there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up you go again for your 10 pulses. Keep the ball high. Off you go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Down and up for your last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Up and hold it. Lift the ball high. Lift that top knee. 10, 9, 8, 7. Lift it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Rest it down. Good. Rest that hip a wee bit. This is where you're going to lengthen through the legs, alright? So from here, you're going, again, if you can see all of the legs, they're too far forward, so make sure you bring them back so that your feet are in line with your knees, in line with your hips. Nice and strong at the middle. You can put your hand on the floor for a little bit of light support, or you can tuck your hand underneath your waist so you can maintain that gap and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Nice and steady as you come up and lower it down. Good. We're going to do 10 like that, okay? Nice and controlled as you come up and down. Try and keep that balance facing that front edge of your mat. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you're going to try your rolling between your ankles for 10, or scissoring if you don't have the ball. 9, 8, keep it high, nice and strong and steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest it down. Good. Scoop your knees up, ball out from between your ankles, give it a wee rub. Okay, last one. Over onto your hands and knees. Again, if you need a little bit more padding around the knees, you can certainly scoop the mat in, give it a couple of folds there. That will give you a little bit more padding around the knees if you need it. I certainly need it a little bit more on my right knee than left at the moment, but that's just me, that's where I'm at. Okay, so from here, all you're going to do is take your ball, if you can, place it on that lower back. Hands underneath your shoulders, feet underneath, or knees underneath your hips, okay? Toes tucked under. Nice and strong at the middle. And all you're going to do is hover and lower. Hover and lower. So you want to be thinking about trying to push away from the ground with your arms and your hands. So you keep that chest nice and lifted. You've got that nice level back where you could balance a tray of drinks between your neck and your knickers. You're keeping that strength in the middle on as you lift and lower. Good. We're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so what we're going to do is combine that with a leg extension, alright? So you're going to lift, stay lifted, lengthen, return, lower. Lift, lengthen, return, lower, okay? Up, out, back, down. Up, out, back, down. Gently alternating between each leg, okay? Staying hovered as you go. Staying active around the shoulders, so you're keeping that chest lifted away from the floor. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Shoulders then away from the ears. Breathe. Back, down. Up, out, back, down. We'll do 6 more. Up, out, back, down. 5. Back, down. 4. Back, down. Nice and strong again. Think about pushing away from the ground. Up, out, back, down. 2. Back, down. Last one. Up, out, back, down. Okay, uncurl the toes. Take your knees out, keep your feet together. You're going to sink it down into that stretch. Nice and relaxed around the head. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. You're going to gently, when you're ready, pull yourself up into kneeling. Give your wrists a wee roll round, alright? So you give them a little bit of a rest too. Okay. Nice stretch back behind you. Nice stretch out in front of you. Okay. Onto your knees if you can. Hands on your hips. Lean back as far as you can. And then up. And then back. And then up. And then back. And then up. Okay, so that takes us to a nice gentle week 3 with balls, with my glamorous assistant and interrupter Tina, who will probably be around next week as well. Next week I think we'll use bands, so give this one a go and see how you get on. Again, you can do it all without the ball. You can add in some holds at the end of each set if you want to make it longer, or just keep going with the reps before you move on to the next one if you so wish. Nice to see you all. Keep practicing. Good effort.